Hello students, welcome to the Pole Science of class 9, and in today's class we will go through the demerits of democracy, that means arguments against the democracy. In the previous class we read about arguments in support of democracy, that means the advantages or merits. So today we will go through the disadvantages or demerits of the democracy. So let us proceed then. So number one demerit of democracy is that in democracy leaders keep changing in this system, so it leads to instability. So that means, as we know, that whoever the leader are elected, they are elected for a fixed tenure of 5 years. After that, what happens? After that, the leader or that political party has to again fight or contest in the elections. So it's upon the people if they will elect the same government or the same leader or not. So in that way we can say that in democracy what happens, after a fixed term of 5 years the leaders may change, because it's up to the people who give the vote. So if leaders keep on changing like this, so it can bring what? Instability. Stability will not or may not be there, according to the first demerit or disadvantage of democracy. After that, it is all about political competition and power play. So if we talk about the process of democracy, in democracy we can see that there is competition everywhere. That means all of the people who wants contest in the election, they can do so, fulfilling a minimum eligibility criteria. So in that way we can say that democracy is all about political competition and power play. So that means those who wish to contest in the elections, if that individual has power, that means money power and muscle power, so they can achieve what they want. So that cannot be said as a free and fair electoral competition. So in that way democracy brings about what? The ill effects leading to political competition and power play. Those who have power, they can use unfair means to win the elections. Number third, many people have to be consulted in democracy, that leads to delay. So as we know that in a democratic form of government, the decisions that are to be taken are always delayed. And what is the reason for that delaying process? Because many persons or many members are to be consulted. That means the Prime Minister alone cannot take any decisions in a quick gap of time. He or she has to consult the other members that are appointed as the Council of Ministers or the other hierarchical positions. So in this process, lot of discussions and consultation has to be made, and in between this process what happens, whatever the decision was to be taken, the decision is taken, but it is actually taken very lately. So in that way what happens, every decision that has to be taken in a quick success, in a quick gap of time, always are delayed. So for that also, number 3 demerits of democracy suggests that in a democratic process, the consultation or the discussion process is so long that it always leads to delay. After that, elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people, so it leads to bad decision. So whatever the leaders we are electing, or whoever the leaders we are thinking that he or she will be good for our society, and he or she will reflect our problems in front of the highest or the higher authority, but that does not happen. And the reason for that is clear, because the elected leaders that we elect, the leaders that we elect actually don't know the best interest of the people. Many few leaders are there that actually wants to know the problems and interest of the people, what the people wants, but maximum of the leaders in a democratic or in a democracy are like those who don't want to know anything which could lead to the development and progress of the people of that particular place. So in that way, what happens, we choose our leaders, and that leader in return does not give us what we people want from him or her. So it leads to a bad decision. After that, it is based on electoral competition, so it leads to corruption. So as we know that the voting rights is given to us, and through the voting rights only we choose our leaders. So in between that voting process, some leaders who are contesting elections may influence the voters' mind. Suppose you are to choose a capable leader, but that at that very moment, if a powerful person or a candidate who is contesting elections sometimes offers some people money, so in that case what happens, they will be diverted, and they will, or they might sell their vote in place of money. So if they get the money, it might happen that those people may sell their vote also. So in that way, what happens, during that electoral competition, it leads to corruption. After that, number 6 point, ordinary people do not know what is good for them, so they are unable to decide what is good and bad. So if we talk about, many proportion of voters are there who are from different backgrounds. Some may be literate, some may be illiterate, some may be old, or some may be from younger generation. So the problem lies with those kind of voters who are illiterate or who are not that much aware about the political scenario of the country. In that case, what will happen, that ordinary people who are actually illiterate or are not aware, they don't actually know what is good or what is bad for their society or for themselves. So in that way, they always are influenced by the wrong promises of the candidate, who during the vote promises to give everything, but after he or she wins election, that promises are not fulfilled. And because of that fact only, that ordinary voters who are influenced by fake promises, and they at that moment cannot decide that whom to give vote or whom to not. So they cannot decide for themselves also what is good and what is bad for them. Clear? So with this, we have come to the end of today's topic, which was arguments against the democracy, that is the disadvantages or demerits of the democracy, in which the first point was leaders keep changing and it leads to instability. Secondly, it is all about political competition and power play. Those who have money and muscle power, they always win. After that, many people have to be consulted in democracy, that leads to delay. So in a democratic process, everything is delayed. After that, number 4th point was elected leaders do not know the best interest of the people, so it leads to bad decision. They are not that much aware. After that, it is based on electoral competition, so it leads to corruption. That means many unaware people's votes are being purchased. So in that way what happens, it always leads to corruption. And lastly, ordinary people do not know what is good for them, what is good or what is bad for them. So in during that process they always choose the wrong leader. Clear? So with this I will wind up today's topic, and I hope that the points related to the demerits and disadvantages of the word democracy is now clear to you. Thank you.